Hey guys, it's me Giovanni, and sorry if I haven't made a video in a few days. I was distracted with stuff, including from something happened in at 4 in the morning, and I had no idea what was going on. Like, it just happened, but thankfully I took care of it real quick. So, but it happened to my phone, and I'm just gonna leave my phone for today because I don't want to bother it. But, I really don't know what to make this video about. However, I thought of a few video ideas. One of them being me explaining the origin of my character, Quinnsezl, and how I made her. How I created her. But I guess I'll leave that for another day because I don't know if I should talk about it right now. I mean, sure, I'm making my videos 15 minutes long, but at this current moment, I don't know if I should. Tomorrow, because my dad is off work since it's Wednesday, but he was also off work on Tuesday, which confused me, but I'm guessing some of the employees at his job just so happened to switch shift between days. So I guess some things just happen. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's because if they broke a bone, or they've got sick, or they've gone out of town for a day or two, or maybe an entire freaking week. No, not that. No. Either they're sick or they broke one of their bones. Yeah. So, but I just thought about this. First off, Modern Girls finally reviewed the character of Velma, especially Mindy Kaling's Velma. Just great, because honestly, are we even surprised that Mindy Kaling is the most hated person in the world? And that her Scooby-Doo Project Velma is the most hated out of any Scooby-Doo adaptation? And even though it's okay for the Scooby-Doo characters to have their skin color changed, they're race swapped. Sorry. It still bothers me a little. I mean, sure, it was mostly because they, well, yeah. Fred was just a typical white man to Mindy Kaling's Velma. And I was like, why? Why do that to Fred? I mean, sure, Fred is sort of a know-it-all, or no, he's clueless and undermined sometimes, but he's not a terrible person. So I don't know what was Mindy Kaling's problem. But thankfully, Modern Girls didn't say IP. Scooby-Doo IP. Like, what does IP mean? Oh yeah, identification, politics. Like, what? Scooby-Doo doesn't involve politics. No, they don't. They fucking don't. And even though I feel like I'm okay with the race swap, it still bothers me a little, especially Velma's sexuality. I mean, it was a headcanon, even though James Gunn, the creator of the live-action Scooby-Doo projects, wanted to make Velma a lesbian, which I felt like was strange. And does it, Modern Girls said she wished Velma was gay in those live-action movies. However, and this is, gay wasn't exactly the norm during the 2000s. Well, maybe just a little bit. Not even from other time periods like the frickin' 1960s, 1970s, or probably even the 1980s for that matter. I mean, come on. Am I really that dumb to think that way? Nope. No. Absolutely not. I was born in the early 2000s, and I know that most people were straight. There was no gay people whatsoever in my life during that time, so can we please? Thank you. Now, Velma, most of the time she's straight, but more recently she became a lesbian, which is fine, I guess. Just two other characters, not her friends. So, I mean, she also has a relationship with guys, and I don't know what's people's problem with thinking that Velma was a lesbian, including early on. Especially the gay coding with her signature color being orange, which orange is also part of the lesbian flag. And I'm just like, that's just her color. She was made with that. And let me tell you, the fact that because of her appearance, people thought she was a lesbian early on, even from the very start. However, that was not the original creator's idea to make her a lesbian, because obviously, including from the time periods, they were completely forbidden. They were still forbidden. And Velma accurately was like from the 1960s and 1970s. I mean, the short bob, the turtleneck, the pleated skirt, everything. All of them were perfect, had great appearances and outfits for the 1960s, even if sometimes they aren't accurate. I'm just saying. But, okay. So, I noticed this recently. So, I try to figure out a certain time period or timeline for Aphmau and MyStreet, especially Phoenix Drop High, because the closest thing that I got was from the fact that the graduation of Phoenix Drop took place in 2008. And okay, I'm going to show you the FNAF timeline that also includes my character Quinnsezl at one point. So, the timeline ends at 2017. That's the closest we'll get to the end. Just to make sure. Now, Marilyn Schmidt was born in July 5th, 1990. And Quinnsezl Schmidt was born a day before her sister. And a day and year before her sister. So Quinnsezl Schmidt was born on the 4th of July, 1989. And she was about 16 during 2005. And I did some math and... Wait. Okay, Aphmau was about 14 during her freshman year, and Aaron was a senior, so maybe he was 18 to 19? But still, it's not a weird age gap. It's okay. Maybe it can be a little bit concerning, but it's actually not. It's fine. But still, just a little bit. Just a teeny, teeny, tiny bit. So there, the timeline the only confirmation that we get from the time period of the whole My Street series was from the graduation where Aphmau graduates and attends college with Aaron into the 2008. So since high school and college are like 4 years of grading, yeah, grading, I guess I can say that, it would fast forward to like 2012 or 2013 to My Street, or the side stories of My Street, until actual My Street itself happens. And I'm guessing it takes place in like, well, maybe I'll give like a year. My Street, the beginning of My Street would take place in 2013, and the end of My Street would happen in 2014. And then My Street season 3, especially the other episodes, would take place in 2014 to 2015. And then Aphmau's year takes place like 1 year ahead, 1 year, and would take place around 2015 to 2016. So yeah, and considering the timeline, the closest thing that we got to the end of the FNAF timeline is in 2017. And considering that My Street Season 5 and Season 6 take place for an entire summer, it would still take place in 2016. And since Quinnsezl was 16 back in 2005, that would make her, okay, she was 16. So, 11 years, which means that she would be 26. Yeah, 26 years old during 2016. Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I mean, okay. The closest thing that I have to My Street Season 7 is my little movie that I did. The Return of the Ultima, which takes place in the 1960s. I mean, so I think the 2000s version of Quinnsezl would be the closest that we would ever get to a combination of FNAF and Aphmau, My Street, with Quinnsezl, my character Quinnsezl. Oh, and maybe a touch of Yonder Simulator in there. I mean, the timeline ends with My Street in 2016, and I think people, since Ayana was probably born around like, she would be 17 during 2016, and, okay, she would be born in the 1990s? Yeah, definitely, similar to Quinnsezl. So, yeah. Okay, this has been awkward, strange, and sort of off. But I hope you enjoyed it anyways. See you in the next video. Bye.